what's going on. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. Alright, now I gotta figure out where I'm at. Because this is an old save and I have no recollection of what we're doing. Let's see, looks like we got 3 loops, okay. Oh. Very under our demand here. Huh. But it shows 104. Interesting. Alright, let me get going on the Discord real quick. Sorry, let me get this set up. There we go. And let's see. Okay, I think I got it. All right, technology at its finest. All right, what's up, Sam Yates? How we doing? Happy Friday night to you. Okay, so we are. Let's take a look. I have not played this save in weeks, so trying to figure out what I need. I don't remember last time I did a maintenance report. What does it say? Day 3 at 20:39. Oh, so that might not have been so long ago. What day are we on? Oh yeah, so we just completed one. Well, we're doing another one, and that's okay. Oh, that's why my thing is so far under. I think because my loop 3 must have just got installed. So let's bump these up a little bit because we know we're gonna need to, right? So let's see. Primaries at, yeah, that's a little low. Let's get these up. Okay. And we don't need much out of them. Let me do some quick math. I think 15 here. Ooh, sounds like it's raining. Saturday afternoon. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, Yeats, yeah. Absolutely. How's everything working out? Been having any issues? Starting to get hang of things? Let's see. Are we way over? There's a little bit of delay between the chat and the stream video too, I think. So where we should be over, right? Am I mathing wrong? How is this? Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, so I got my resistor bank on. So let's see if we can dial this back a little bit so that we don't have to rely on our resistor banks. And good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear the reactor's running well. Okay, I think we're about now. We're still a little high on how much we're diverting off. So let's bring this down even further. Maybe to 12. And we'll shut that off momentarily. I think everything's looking. Oh, so okay. So I just installed this, so I haven't even primed my pumps yet. Oh man. Well, I picked a save to load up, didn't I? Primary pump looks like it's installed. Let's take a look at our board. Yeah, so everything's installed. So, of course, first thing we got to do, actually, you guys are going to be so proud of me. If you have seen any of my videos, you will be so proud of me because I think on one of them I actually showed what my checklists look like. They're handwritten, and I make notes over them, like, you know, scribbles on them, and I scratch things out, and it's pretty awful. I typed them up. Yes, I typed them up. Thank you very much. Hold your applause. Okay, no, go ahead. So I've actually, so I can read them. So we're doing a new loop startup. Here it is. Okay. Checklist, because that's how I do things. Open all loop valves. So we're doing loop A. And I really got to make sure everything's installed because if you don't, things will leak. So we're looking for all blue. This is just kind of my cheat to do it. All blue, all blue, all blue. We're good, we're good, we're good. Yeah, everything's filled. Got it. Cool. So, A loop now. Everything goes open. And remember, we don't leave our valves on the open status because these are actuators. And what they'll do is they will continue to try and push themselves open, and eventually wear themselves out and damage themselves. So put all these to open, and then switching back to off as they turn green. I mean, they're all the way open. So off. Where'd we go? And then the A4 valve. Remember, we don't touch that one because that is our MSCV. And if I switch that to open or close, and then try and mess with it over at the MSCV, the main steam control valve panel, it's going to fight it and cause issues, especially when you're loading a game. So the 4 valves, I don't even touch. So let's come back and check how we're doing over here. Are we? I think we're within, yeah. So we could switch this off. See what happens. Should be good. Hopefully no yellow box. Let's take a look here. No yellow box. I think we're good. It takes a minute to update. I don't know why. 31, not bad. Not bad. How did Diatlov say it? Not great, not terrible. No, we're good. And it's like the middle of the night. So what are we expecting for estimated? So it'll be 29, 29. So we'll sit at 29 for a little bit. So we're good. I think we'll be okay. We're a teeny bit over. I might bring it down just one more for kicks. But okay, so we got to prime our pumps. This is my least fun thing to do right here, is priming pumps, because it takes effort and concentration is one thing I do not excel at. So 2805 is where I'm sitting at my boric acid, or my concentration, my boron concentration. So that's the number I'm aiming for, and I'm going to jot that down. Let me get a pen. I lost my clicky pen. If you watch my videos, you can hear my clicky pen all the time, but I don't know where it is. So, what did I say it was? 2805. Okay, 2805. Because the reason I write that down is because it's going to mess with my temperature quite a bit. So our rods are a little out, just a hair more than I normally like, but that's okay. So, all right, priming pumps. Oh, okay. Here we go. So we verified everything's installed. We do the primary first, because if you prime the secondary and then, prime the secondary and then the primary after, it'll send heat down and you'll start your turbine, which we don't want. So just as a fail-safe, we're going to open our bypass on loop 1, which is what I'm priming. MSCV here, just in case, so we don't do anything silly. And as soon as I kick this on, my boron's going to start dropping, and I need to dose it to keep it up, but I also need to keep this up. And in order to keep my vessel level up, I'm going to have to use my feed water pump, which brings it in from the primary coolant circuit, and which is a bit low. That's interesting. Huh. Lower than what expected. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I don't need any higher, but that's additionally going to drop my concentration even further. So, here we go. We're ready for skyrocketing. Actually, let's see if we can move these down. Get it a little bit closer to where. Is that too far? Oh yeah, it was. Oh yeah, it was. Go back. Wait, why is it going up? Shouldn't it be going down? If I insert rod, shouldn't the temperature be going? Alright, well now I don't know what it's doing. Let's go 50. Oh no, because I had it like 58, 48 or something. Am I getting my numbers mixed up? Am I having a senior moment here? This is why I write things down. Alright, we botched that. So, off to a strong start here. Okay, it's coming down, that's fine. Alright, here we go. Ready? And let's go. Now let's just kick this one on. We're gonna do it slight. We're gonna do like 5. Oh, it's already at 1. Why is it at 1? I don't know, but that's okay. Okay, and we made sure our pumps are up because I don't want to break anything. Yeah. Okay. So see, this is already coming. Oh man, that came down fast. Good night. Okay. So we gotta kick that on, but not too far. How are we doing here? Ooh, way down. Let's go 50, and now I gotta run over so I don't overdo my. I probably overdid it. Oh, bet me I did it. I have an actual video where I walk away from this and say, don't walk away from it. You'll overdo it. because if you overdo it, you will kill your pressurizer, which is not good. Temperature shockingly holding steady at 311. This is a first for me. Okay, that's looking good. We want that above 350 ideally. Remember, this dumps whatever this number is. It will bump your concentration by that number every game minute. So remember, we were at 58 something or 28 something, so we're going to let it go up one more and then shut it off at the next minute. Okay, actually we won't. We'll reduce it to 5 though. So dosing a little bit less. How are we looking here? 40, not bad. The way we know when the primary is primed is this number will stop dropping, because what's happening right now is we've connected pipes to the core. I mean, I guess they were kind of always connected, but what we're running right now is this guy right here on loop 1, and these pipes that go into the core were empty. And as we turn on this pump, it's pulling water from the core into the pipes to fill this whole system, and that's why the core overall is draining. So we have to add that back in. So I might just pulse this for, I don't know, a couple seconds, not too long, because it goes up quick. And we'll bring that one back down. Born as liquid control, yes. So when you turn on, okay, how are we doing over here? Ooh, we're actually looking really good over there. I wrote it down. 2805 is where we were.
Report is complete.
Maintenance report's done. Okay, that looks good. So while I'm trying to do this, I'll try and do. Oh, see, look, our temperature came down for some reason. That's okay though. I like it at 300, so this is a little higher than I want anyway. But so to explain chemicals, when you engage the chemical add-on, it does two things. One is it turns on these two guys, iodine and xenon. Part of nuclear fission, just the process of reacting, iodine is created as a byproduct as it breaks down, and so without getting into the physics of it, you can look it up. But as the neutrons collide and break apart uranium, there's actually several different byproducts, but iodine is one that we care about because it has an impact, sort of. Iodine sits around for a little while, and you get this concentration. And so this is just the concentration. What does 53 mean? I don't know what that unit means. I don't know if it's like a relative number. I don't know if it's a grams. I don't know. It's whatever. So it just means that there is iodine. Well, that iodine, after between 7 and 9 game hours, it's a little bit random, but after 7 to 9 game hours, ooh, that's high. Let's shut this off for a minute. That's why our temperature is coming down. After 7 to 9 game hours, that whatever unit of iodine then becomes xenon. And xenon is bad. Xenon acts as almost like you can think of it as a third control rod. And it will reduce the reactivity in your core. And then after, I think another 7 to 9 hours, maybe it's 6 to 8, I don't know, after a certain number of hours, it then breaks down into cesium, which is not modeled or it might be modeled in the game, but it basically goes away. Just think of it as going away, and it no longer affects your reactor. So when we say that two things happen, by enabling these, you're creating iodine, which later becomes xenon, and it almost, like I said, works as another control rod. To burn it off, you have to pull rods and create more of a reaction, more fission that will burn off the xenon. It helps to do it, but then you're also creating more iodine, which will later create more xenon, and then you're in this endless loop. That's what happened in Chernobyl. They failed to burn off the xenon, and they got a spike, and it went quite poorly for them. So let's move this to let's go 2, see if we can keep up with our current pump. And we are still falling. Goodness gracious. So that's the first part. Is this one here. Now, aside from that, you have boric acid. Boric acid is just boron, solid boron that's been dissolved into water. It creates a solution, and just like isopropyl alcohol, right? It's a watered down solution you can use in other things. When you dump that in, that's how you get boron into your core. And yes, it acts as a liquid control rod. It also helps control iodine and xenon. So I've had people ask me, well, can you just turn on chemicals but not use boron? Yes, but it will be very difficult because these are going to, well, xenon will work against you, whereas the boron helps reduce the effect of xenon to a degree. Okay, we've stopped, so I need to stop dosing. Let's get back over quick before I overdose. 1810, not bad. It'll continue to trickle down, and that's fine. But that's the most successful. I'm glad I'm recording. Oh, I didn't record this. Oh, no, I forgot to hit record, you guys. Oh, man. I wasn't recording it. I was just streaming it. Darn it. That was like my most successful ever primary loop priming ever. And I completely forgot to record it. Darn it. So I do want this up a little bit more. So I'm just gonna give it like a 2 count. Very, very small. 1 1000, 2 1000. Very short because it pumps it in quick. 24 like 20 is ideal for me. Okay, I'll live with that. Which probably reduce this even further. How far down did we go? Oh, not too much. Yeah, I like that. I'll live with that. So, except for now you're coming down. Why are you coming down? So I may actually end up filtering. Yeah, it's coming down at a good little clip. So I may actually filter some of this out already. So I know that I will. Do I have time to do this? I think I do. How fast are you falling? Okay, field trip. So before you do boron cleaning, and the reason, this is just my own personal technique. I don't know if it's right, wrong, or otherwise. Some people don't do it this way. I do. Because boron or boric acid acts as a liquid control rod, I use it that way. What I'll do is when I start my reactor, I get my boric acid running up, dosing as soon as I start the pull rods. So it gradually enters, because if you pre-dose, then you have to overcome the extra set of control rods. So this is what I want to show you. When you do chemicals, these must be open to filter. Otherwise, you will burn out your pump. Now I got to run back. So that's the chemical room I was just in. Those green pipes, those manual levers, they are manual, not automatic, not pneumatic. You got to go in and move them yourself. Got to have them open. Anyhow, so so I don't pre-dose. Because otherwise it's like having a whole other set of control rods already inserted that now I have to try and overcome just to get things moving, which I don't want. Okay, so this is still dropping. So now I see that those two are open right here. Iron column inlet valve and outlet valve, right? Because one pulls water, they're right here. You can see them right there. One pulls from the core and one puts it back in. So let's turn this on very slowly. Let's go to like 5. We're not going to pull off, I don't want to pull off a ton. I don't want to do it very quickly, but it is coming down. So we're going to go to 2800 and shut it off and see how that helps. So getting back to this, what I do is after I have dosed and gotten my concentration up to 3100, I shut it off. And then by about that time when I first start my reactor, my control rods are sitting at maybe around, gosh, I don't know, usually around like 70-ish, 65, 70-ish, somewhere in there, 68 maybe. And then to maintain that temperature, I will keep pulling control rods out until I get them down to 50. Once they're at 50, I quit pulling them out. Okay, so let's turn this off now because I think residually it'll keep pulling filter a little bit out. Let's go see how we're doing over here. Are we still dropping? We are a little bit. Okay, we're going to go a little bit more. We'll go 10 more out. So we'll do Alt and then B. And so that's what I'm doing now is I'm basically pulling out the liquid control rods. I'm reducing the concentration of boron. And that's just a personal technique because I like to have about 50 on my control rods to play with. If there's an emergency, I have more to add. If I somehow get a xenon spike, I can take out a bunch rapidly because I can pull these control rods way faster than I can pull these ones. I will say, I don't know if it's a flaw. I don't know if it's a design. This filter pump is very sensitive. If you overdo it or turn it on too high, it will cause damage very quickly, and you will see water pouring out of that the column in the chemical room. So it is very sensitive. I've taken it up to 50 before, 50, and it's worked fine. I don't know at what point it causes damage, but 100, I've seen it definitely causes damage. So that's how that works. Is you have to find this balance in between, and it's not dropping as fast, but it is still dropping, isn't it? Now we're going up. Did we overdo it? So it's going to bounce up and down a little bit, it looks like. It should jump back up to 305 here in a second, maybe? No. Do we need to keep going? We do. So could I leave my boric acid concentration alone and not touch it? Absolutely. 100% I could. And just use only rods to control the temperature. Yeah, but eventually I'm going to get to 0 on my rods, and then I'm going to have to switch to boric acid, filtering that out, which I don't really want to. So that's the filtering. Okay, so now we're starting to creep up a little bit, so I think we're good. We'll go ahead and shut this off. And where did we end up at? Okay, so we were at what, 2810, and we came down 25-ish on the concentration, give or take 25 parts per million, which doesn't seem like a lot, but obviously it is. Yeah, so we went up a little bit, and that's okay. The natural decay will take care of that. How do you moderate the coolant pH, and what's the sodium used for? Right now this is not modeled. In theory, what this does, I'll let you read the description here. If the pH gets too acidic or basic, it can cause damage to the pipes. It doesn't change. As far as I know, this is not yet modeled. With the cleaning, what you're talking about, other than just filtering out the boron, is, let's see if this is stable enough that I can walk away from it. Right? Because that's a responsible thing to do. It's like a pot of food on the stove, right? You just walk away from it. Oh, we are way over. We're getting yellow boxed. So we need to bring this down. Let's do just one of these. And let me think how I want to do this. Which one's higher? Generator 3. So I'll bring this one down to 10. This one down to 2. This is the absolute minimum. I have this at, do I have it at 15? No, 10. Watch how low my torque's going to get. Have I kept it up? Ooh, I have. I'm surprised. Usually gets really close to 2.5. Oh, this I can turn off now. I don't need that anymore. Because this has stopped. Yep. Temperature, how are we looking? Yeah, it's still coming down here. Okay. The cleaning. So sodium hydroxide, NaOH, is a cleaning solution. There's sodium hydroxide and water. The way it's supposed to work is when your ion column gets full. Here in the US, a lot of people have swimming pools, and we have these filters, and you run water through them to like filter out chemicals and things. That's what the iron columns are right here. And they're tall columns like this, pool filters, and after a while they get gunked up with chemicals and corrosion and different things, and you have to take them out and do like an acid wash on them, rinse them off with water, bang them out, and clean them so they can do their job again. It's not like taking out leaves and debris, or debris, as they say in Europe, but the but the chemical side of things. Still coming down. Now we're holding pretty steady. Although I would like to get to 300, but that'll work. So then, on top of that, what we have is this is a similar thing to where once we filter out that boron, it's sticking to the columns, and we get this ion exchange capacity. And this is how much more boron I can take out. Essentially, I've used up 1.74% of my column. I have a long way to go. But in theory, what happens is once this gets down and I need to clean it, I would then run, I would have to go down and do it manually, which I should have shown while I was down there, but I turn on the sodium hydroxide tank, both the inlet and the outlet, and I run it through the column. I turn on that pump, and it runs through the column, and you'll see this rise. And then what I have to do is I then have to use water to rinse all the sodium hydroxide out of it. And it goes into a waste tank that's underneath. I'll just do it. It goes into a waste tank below the ion. I keep saying ion column. If you were to turn on both at the same time, I believe that's an exothermic reaction in real life, and it would cause damage. It would heat up the pipes and such. Let's have AO go charge. Go charge, my friend. This is the waste tank right here I was talking about. I thought the ion column only made sound when it was running, but I guess not. So anyway, so these pumps run and they take stuff from here. This is the water tank. This is the hydroxide tank. They run through, you would rinse it out. And if you turn both on at the same time, it's supposed to cause damage. That, what do you call it? That part of it is not currently modeled. So right now it won't do anything. You can run both at the same time and it's fine. But it's kind of a two-step process, sodium hydroxide and then water, the hydrogen monoxide. Do you moderate the coolant pH and what's the sodium? Oh, we're sure that. Also, not sure this will help you, but 5 activity gauge is stable temp. Yes, correct. This has been turned into a, what do you call it? A temperature gauge. A lot of people use it for, well, reactivity, right? Oh, I need to get my reactivity up. Oh, it's not. Yes, what it does is it measures right now. All it's measuring is your temperature, whether it's going up or down. This gauge is not used by the developer, not used by the testers, the debuggers, the development team. Nobody uses this to run their reactor, but I find that a lot of people mistakenly do. In the early versions of this game, before we even had this control room or this building or anything, this was one of the only gauges you had, and this was functional. Not functional, that's the wrong word. It was something you were supposed to rely on and use to make determinations about the health and productivity and such of your reactor. Now it's not. It's just a gee whiz thing. But yes, so so just out of habit, I don't look at the reactivity gauge, but you are correct. This will tell you if your temperature is going up or down. I like to know by how much. The reason I look at this is because I can tell. And because with this latest patch 178, these numbers, well, excuse me, 177, these numbers bounce a lot. So right now I'm doing normally I have it on triple speed, and I'm doing a mental average of what it's at. But hopefully that explains how this works. So to sum it up, when you pull rods and you're creating, or you're just reacting, iodine is a natural byproduct. Iodine then later decays into xenon, which can have an impact on your core. Boric acid acts as a liquid. You can think of it as a liquid control rod, and it also helps to combat both effects of iodine and xenon. And you can filter it out using the filter pump. Once you need to clean your filter pump, you would do that using sodium hydroxide followed by water to restore the exchange capacity. And I believe waste tank is one of the things that AO can empty. Let's see if it's listed in here. Probably toward the toward the bottom. Do we have electrical lines, container tank, boron tank, chemical waste container? So right here, integrity I think means there's nothing in it. If it was half full, I think it would say 50. So it's not really integrity. It's just, I don't know how much of it is used up. Because some things do mean, right, integrity, that health of it. But I don't think that one does. I've never had to use it before. I've never gone through the process yet. So, yeah. Now, let's take a look at what he had for us. Holy smokes. Okay. Cooling circuits. Okay, so we have quite a bit to do. Holy cow. Okay. Yeah, okay. So let's start working on some of these, shall we? I think the best thing to do is to get... Why do you have so much wear? Pump core cooling circuit C1? Doesn't seem like a lot. I mean, we barely use that. Right? Weren't we just using that? Oh, no, that's C. The C loop. Sorry. That's pump number 1, not loop number 1. Okay, sorry. That makes sense. So I need to bring up loop 1, my tertiary loop, or loop A, so that I can shut these down and start... Oh, man. Loop swaps. Also not my favorite. But first, I need to prime this guy. This is sitting okay. So we will... Oh, how am I doing on demand? Oh, did I nail it and not even realize it? Ah, look at me. Look at me. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Okay, let's make sure this is at 0. And we will turn this on for loop 1. Isn't that confusing? Loop 1 is our third loop, and loop 3 is our first loop. I wish we used letters. And the reason for why the game uses, or the developer uses loop 3 as the primary is just nostalgia from the old game. But everything should be good. Okay, we're going to kick this on to about 25 until we start seeing movement. This is going to take a long time. These pipes are massive and a lot of water comes out. Let's see. Not sure. Okay, yeah, it makes a little more sense. Physical rods makes. See, I'm boron combat. Yes, columns used to filter excess boron, sodium music. You got it. And what I see is people will get xenon spikes. I've never had one. I think there's 2 things that cause xenon spikes or xenon pits, which is actually what caused the Chernobyl disaster. A little bit different reason, but the same idea. If you have too high of a temperature, there's too much reacting going on, and you're going to have high iodine and high xenon. If you notice, my concentration, I mean, is close to in the middle, but very flat. Very flat. When you first start up, you can see when you start it up, about 7 hours after you start up, this yellow line will be here, and then all of a sudden you see it jump like this. And that's your startup, right? Because you were all of a sudden creating massive amounts of iodine that didn't exist before. And you get the xenon spike, and then it'll come back down and kind of level off, which is what it's done here. People chase these xenon spikes. They'll see it and they go, oh no, I've got the xenon, I need to pull rot. That's the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do. If it's not affecting you, leave it alone. Because as you're chasing this line up and down and pulling the rods in and out, you're just going to cause it to do more of the same. It'll never end. Like fishtailing in a car, if that's a European word or phrase. Is that where we left it? I think it was. I need to write that down again. Was it 2789? 2789. Again, I have to take mental stock of things just to make sure nothing's changing, that we haven't messed anything up. Okay, let's take a look over here. Okay, we're starting to come up now, so we will increase this to, let's just go 100, because I'd rather do this quicker rather than later. Now, as we all know, the steam generator, right, we're filling that from the condenser. So this is going down as this is coming up. The way that I do my startups, where I call it a high pressure startup. I don't know, that's just the name I came up with, right, wrong, or otherwise. Because I'm waiting for pressure as I start my reactor, right? We get heat, we send heat via the primary coolant circuit down to the steam generator. We'll have the MSCV and the bypass closed. We start boiling off water. When it gets to 60 bar, I open these guys up, send that steam down to the turbine and let it start. Well, in that process, just the way that I do it, I don't know if every method is this way, but with mine, these levels, I burn about 35,000 liters. So if I start at 50, then it's going to drop to right above this 12 mark. And people see that and go, oh my goodness, look, you're in the red. Yeah, it doesn't matter, because I mean, look at these guys. They came back and they're working just fine. And this is where they sit. I operate in the yellow consistently just because of how low our demand is. Now, if we were looking at 70, 80, then things would be pumping more, right? We'd have more water coming in, more steam going out, and these would probably sit a little bit higher. But they work, and I don't need to worry about it too much. This guy, though, you overfill it, you'll cause problems for yourself. Because imagine your steam generator, and there's water in here, right? To a certain, let's just say it goes up to this black line here, right? That's the 50,000 mark. Let's say this is the 50,000 mark, this black line. And as it starts creating steam, the water level drops to here. So between here and here, I have space for steam to occupy. Well, if I overfill it too much, then when it drops the water level, and say it only ends up here, that's not a lot of space for steam. and my pressure's higher than it should be, the temperature's higher than it should be, and things just go crazy. So I have learned the hard way, overfilling is a thing. This pump is so slow. Look how long ago I turned that to 100. It's still spinning up. It also spins down very slowly, and it will continue to push water until this reaches 0 when you spin it down. So as soon as this hits 30,000, this one I will not walk away from. As soon as it hits 30,000, I'm turning it to 0 and going to let it spin down. I don't know which is slower, the secondary pump or the bypass valve. Both of them are, I think, the slowest in the game, and I don't know which one's actually worse. And remember, again, we primed our primary first, because if this already had water in it, and I start turning on this guy, all that heat that's in the pipes is going to come down here and start making steam, and now I got a reactor starting up that I didn't want to. So we're almost at 30,000. Okay, good enough. Let's shut her off. I think we can go triple speed now. I haven't even looked at my condenser. It's coming down pretty quickly, probably because I have that loop going, and we're dumping a ton of cold water in there. So I'll just leave it where it is. Demand, how are we doing? We are under. Are we gonna make it? Ooh, just barely. Let's bring that one up. So we'll bring up loop 3 now. With my method, I do a 5-to-1 ratio. For every up or down, 1 that I move my MSCV, I go 5 on my primary, or vice versa. It's always a 5-to-1 ratio, always, 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 because I need these numbers to match, or these two numbers to match. And this is always double that number, and if you're doing it right, this will be 10 times that number. So to get these to match, that it just happens to that's a 5-to-1 ratio. If you ever set this, say it's 6, and should see a 60 here, but it's not, say it's a 54, it means this is too far open. You are generating less steam than you should be. You're not getting any back pressure. Your steam generator is having trouble maintaining pressure here. And the way to combat that is with more heat. So let's see how we did. Are we still spinning it? Oh my goodness, we're halfway. I'll bet I overfilled it. I stopped it at 30,000, right? Goodness, well, this probably sailed way over 50K. Darn it. Well, I tried. That's fine, but we can drain it off. And we do that back here with our drain evaporator valve, because the steam generator is also known as an evaporator. But of course, we have to have different names for everything, right? Why the devs did that, I don't know. But they did. So, oh man, I'm gonna go quite a bit over. I did turn it off at 30,000, right? Not 40,000? I would have thought for sure that was enough time to turn that off. Okay, that's right. That's right. So this is a little bit lower than I want it. We'll let this finish, and then I'll fill this one back up. I like to keep it in mid-yellow when I have 3 loops. Just, I don't know why, I just do. Remember, as I kick this on, and it starts to generate steam, this is going to drop, and we're going to be pulling even more water from here to refill the water that's being lost to steam. So it's oh man, oh, I'm close. Oh, I'm close. I might actually get it. What? Nope, went over. But not too bad. Hey, not bad for government work, huh? Less than a 1% margin of error, right? As long as it stays under 500? Heck yeah. Okay, so we're just a hair over it, and that's fine. Although it's, yeah, so we're delivering 30 to 29. It'll probably put us a little over, okay, right at 100-ish. The old reactor, patch 176, I'm gonna say, yeah, 176, maybe before that, 175. All you had to do was hit this number by 58 minutes past the hour, and you got it. You could have 0, and then 1 minute before, hit 29, and you got it. It did not add up over the hour. Now it's a little bit different. If you, the first hour, say the first 30 minutes, you have 0, you get nothing coming out, and then you go double, which you couldn't, they would kick you off the grid. But imagine you go double the second 30 minutes, you would average 100 right here, and you would get your compliance. Let's see how we did. Hey, I will take that. That's actually pretty good. I should write that down. Okay, 30,000 with to turn it off. So we're primed here. Let's take a look at our estimate. I'm heaving and grunting because I really don't like doing third loop startups. They're not my favorite thing. But in preparation, let's go ahead and let's look back to our checklist. Okay, prime. Yep, those are primed. Okay, so now this goes to 0. So then remember, by doing this, I got to make sure that my, yep, we're at 0 over here. I should have turned that off to remind myself. And I should turn this off so I don't accidentally. You ever done that where you don't mean to run your other loop and you crank this and it turns all of them and then you have stuff going you didn't mean to? Or maybe I'm the only one that makes those mistakes. Okay. So, good there. Any change over here? What was our number? 2789. Yep, that's it still. Prior to, I forget which patch it was, 175-ish, this screen used to be right here where all these alarms were, and it was beautiful because you could kind of sit in this corner, look at your energy demand, mess with your steam generator, and look up and have all this information, particularly what your core temperature was, which was really nice. Remind yourself where your rods were at, and all that. Look at that, overall torque, only 2%. Only 2%. It's pretty wild. Okay, so we're gonna see what our next demand is. It's gonna go up a little bit, and then I will start up my third loop, because I wanna get that set. Do I have to? No, but... oh, it went from 29 to 31? Well, that's not bad. Probably sitting right around 100. Yeah, okay. Here we go. So, that is closed. That is closed. This is going to be faster than a normal startup. You will see the temperature start rising immediately because when you do an initial startup and start sending heat down, the heat you're sending, well, the core is, I don't know, maybe 100 degrees or less. It's pretty hot right now. So, we're going to kick this on, set it to 15 Alt, and then D 3 times. Watch how fast it climbs. It's screaming. This will hit 100, and then this number will start dropping because it's being boiled off to steam. And that will also start rising at the same time. There we go. There it goes. And there it goes. Like magic. So now I'm watching for this to get to 60. And, ooh, resistor bank's on. Don't forget our checklist. Come on now. Set bypass, verify core vessel. Yep, fill levels are good. Start loop is normal. Primary pump at 60 bar. MSCV to 5. Secondary pump to 25. Connect turbine via synchroscope. Adjust for demand. Okay, pretty short checklist. Condenser, how you doing? Oh yeah, so it's getting hot because now we're bringing more hot water down, right? We're raising the temperature of this guy, which is putting more heat in the overall system. So, let's see what we got. Still coming up. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. That's still sitting pretty good. Okay, and then I'm going to go to triple speed here in a second. Once this hits 60. Yeah. Let's just go double now. It doesn't have to be right at 60. I'm just used to everything the way it works. Well, actually, I'll go back to 1 speed. Look how far it dropped. Remember how I told you how far it drops? So we went from 50,000, 177, now 17,000. So that was what? I'm at 33,000 liters burned off so far, and it's still going. So that's what I mean. That's why, because imagine if I only filled that to say here to 20 or to 30, and I'm burning off 35, that's going to go to 0. I'm sunk. So just my method, I know I've used it so often that I need to fill that so high, and I let that go farther than I meant to. That's okay. By opening the MSCV first, we're allowing that steam out. And this is what replaces the water coming in. So we're going to see this drop because now we're letting out steam. And this is going to start to fill back up eventually. Turbine already kicked over. If you are restarting a turbine after you've shut it down, it will start instantly as soon as you open up the MSCV. Instant. There's like no delay. But notice, so this is all good. Yeah, so this is climbing back up now. See, it works out. And people freak out and they go, oh no, I need to chase the colors. And I never did fill this back up. You know what? We're going to test it out. We're going to see how it does. We're just going to leave it and see how it goes. The other thing I don't like about this this patch currently, and I don't think it's going to be this way forever, but these seem to have zero effect on the temperature. In theory, the coolant, I'm going to go triple speed now so we don't have to wait forever for the turbine to spin up. In theory, yeah, see, we're sitting good. And that is low. In theory, when I turn on a cooling pump and it's spinning more water through the core, it would cool faster. One would expect, but it doesn't. I mean, we went from 0 to 15 and didn't change anything. Right? The temperature is still the exact same as where it's been. The old reactor was not like that. You started up a second loop and increased the speed on it. It was absolutely dropping, and you had to compensate for that by pulling out rods. So that's one thing I don't necessarily care for. Here's another thing. There's water inside the core, but it's controlled by your external level. I don't think that's intentional. The reason for that has to do with game programming, right? That the water kind of acts as, well, think of it like a cube, and the level as it drops, everything it intersects, the level also drops. But the problem is that it takes that into calculation also. Because if my core is full, as I drop fuel into it, well, that should mean there's water inside of it. If this is empty, it does not act that way, and I've tested it. See what Sam says. That's the old update. Yep, you see that all three loops would be different in the old update. Yes, they were different. This new reactor is neat. It adds new features, but it broke a lot of things, and some of the physics went less realistic. So that's okay. So we're at 20,000 here. We're going to switch to 1 so that the clicking gets my attention. But see how this came back, and we're just sitting pretty. I mean, these basically match my other two loops already. So again, people chase the colors. They think, oh, you're in the yellow, you're in the red. We got to add more. I got to add more. I've had to touch it. Although this is getting still pretty hot. Where are you going? One tip that I will show you guys that I do before that goes too high. I set artificial alarms. I set my high temp at 320 when normally it's 450, I think. And for my condenser, I set it at 85 when normally it's by default it's at 90. The reason for that, if this goes over 100, you're gonna, well, in theory, stall your turbine, which we don't want, right? That's undesirable most of the time. So if it's 85, it will alert me early so that I can go catch it. Setting the alarm is not a threshold. It's not going to cause more damage or anything. It's just going to alert me earlier than it would otherwise. D-Man, how we doing? Welcome to the show. You missed all of the chaos, me trying to prime pumps. Although I nailed it. I crushed. Oh, can I get it in time? Nope, I didn't. It was too slow. So you don't have to see the hand. It's Alt and Shift is the shortcut for this guy. Green. Make sure we're synced. We are. Now we close. This trips up people so much. They close the circuit breakers way too early, and then they destroy the turbines. They can't figure it out. Why is it on fire? This is the #1 culprit right here. Number two culprit is mashing this, thinking, oh, well, while this number's climbing, I need to help it up. No, you don't. This is the fine tuning. Once this gets out above 3050, 3050. And the field excitation, same thing. The volts will always sit one over. Why? I don't know. That's just how the calculations are. The hertz are broken. Don't even worry about the hertz. But the voltage, the only reason you would use this is if you have turbine damage, these numbers will be off. Normally they're lower. And you would have to use these to raise it up and get it to sync, because you need it to sync with the rest of the grid at voltage, hertz, and amps. Not really at this point. It's not modeled. So, okay, now let's get our first loop. Which loop was it we needed to do maintenance on? Our primary loop, loop C. 3 turbines at the same time, yes sir, but only because I'm starting the first one so I can shut down, or starting the third one, the tertiary, number 1, or loop A, so that I can shut down loop C, and that's what I'm doing right now. So we'll do that once we get this loop set. And I step these down always kind of one at a time. 5 here, 1 here. Let things settle. The reactor, the steam generator, doesn't like big jumps. It doesn't like a lot of fast changes. So when I make movements here by 1 or 5, or 1 and 5, because I always do the same, this will generally jump by 4 megawatts, whichever one it is. If I need less than 4 megawatts, I kind of adjust that using my primary, or I can also manipulate my condenser, make it more or less efficient. I made that mistake in the newbie days. Don't spam click it. Yes. Well, yes, correct. Because for every click you make, it will add it up at the end. You're right. So you'll sail over 3060. 100% correct. So this is about good. Are we on a percentage? 98. I like 98. And where are we going with our service compliance? Oh, we're about to have a jump. So let's see if we can get this. Actually, we're going to be over, so it doesn't matter. So I should be able to. I might be able to leave it here. If this is 35, which I'll bet it is, I should be good. So I can start shutting down this one here. We're going to wait until top of the hour and see what our new demand is, and we'll shut that guy down. AO should be charging. He is. Outstanding. Well, I don't know if I turned on his personalities. Nope, gotta have on his personalities. I haven't seen any of them yet, but okay, 40. Okay, so I know that I need to get another 4 out of this. So again, that's an easy one, and that's loop 2. So I go 1 here, and I go 5 here, and this should jump to 20. Oh, it's almost like I've done it before. Let's see. How do you feel Steam Gen 2 and 3 glitch that have 3 loops? I don't know how. Okay, I have videos on that, D-Man. But the way that you do them is very carefully. I say that laughing because I almost always screw it up. In fact, I think in the videos I post online, I screw it up in all of those. Sam Yates was here. He was helping me from beyond the screen, and I was able to. I nailed it. Didn't have spikes. Didn't have to drain anything. Didn't have boron running away. It was yes. So to fill the primary, we do that when you fill your primary, when you prime this loop, it comes from your core vessel, which you have to keep up with your feed water pump. If you're using chemicals, it will also dilute your boron concentration even further. To fill these guys, they come from the condenser level. I have an entire video, about an hour long, on just the condenser and steam generators and how they work and how to fill them and how to manipulate them. It goes into a lot of detail there. So I think we're good. I might bring up my heat just a little bit on loop 2 to get a little more out of it. Let's go maybe 3 there, or 13 I mean. Hopefully we'll get closer to 40, but I'm gonna start shutting this guy down. So to do this, go back to my handy dandy checklist here. So select, very important, select the correct synchroscope button first, because what happens is, let's say I want to shut down loop 1, or I guess in this case C, and I just did, but I'm on loop A. Well, when I open and do the synchroscope, I've opened it on the wrong one. Ask me how I know. So collect. Okay, circuit breaker open. This is very easy to do. to shut down a loop. So we are on, okay, we're loop 3, which is our primary. We're going to open. We're going to bypass. We're going to stop all heat coming in. I'm doing this from memory now. I should be using my checklist. Bypass the MSCV to 100 to get all that steam coming out of the steam generator and back to our condenser because we don't need it anymore. And the reason why I open it first is so that I don't damage it. As soon as you lose even 1 RPM, so right now it would be damaging it because it's out of sync. We're now out of, RPMs are off, and this is going to spool up really quickly. Or make a liar out of me and not do it. See how long it takes the bypass to open? And the reason why it's taking longer is because I opened up my MSCV at the same time. So even though there's more being bypassed off, there's also more being generated. And there it goes. Now, because I don't like the clicking, I'm going to do that. So now I have to really pay attention here because my temperature is falling like a rock and this is climbing. Remember, I don't want to overfill this, but I need to set it up for my restart. I still need this to be at 30 or at 50,000. So I'm actually going to put this at 25. The speed doesn't matter anymore. It's not doing anything. My turbine is essentially off. Any steam being generated is being sent right back or to the turbine, which is being sent via bypass right back to the condenser to get sent back here. So it doesn't really matter. We're going to let this go, and I think I'm going to say 40. Let's do 46. When it's at 25, I think I can shut it off at 46,000, and it'll be okay. But let's check everything else, make sure we're good. Our demand, we should be all right. Yep, we're at 100%. We're putting out 40. Thank you, rounding. Temperature has not moved. Let's do a quick check on our boron still. 20, what was it? 20, was I making it up? 2789. Okay, that's good. And run back over. Okay, looking for 46. I'll speed it up a hair. Not too much. How's our... This should be coming down. Yep, because I took one of the loops offline, so we have less heat overall. Okay, remember at 46. We're gonna see how that does. I'm really nervous about going over. I just not nervous. It's an easy fix. I just get annoyed with myself when I don't do it right. So I'm looking at 46,000. How long am I streaming for? I don't know. Until I get bored for a little while. Till you guys get bored of me. I forget what time I started. How long? Oh, I've been doing it just about an hour now. So we're at 46. Okay, so whoa, not that one, this one. Shut it off, and let's see how we do. Remember, we're aiming for 50,000. So this is off, and now all my pumps are off. I can have AO start doing its thing. Before I do that, though, what time is it? 30? Okay. I need to swap transformers. So let's run down and do that. The resistor banks, oh, they're on right now. But those are easy because I can swap those on and off from the control room. There's only a few things you have to leave the control room to swap. Oh, yeah. I always jump in this room just because I think the echo is fun. But there's a handful of things you got to leave the control room for. One of them is transformer swaps. And so, pro tip, switch one on before you switch the other off. If you turn them both off, you will watch your generators go airborne. Actually, I wish they modeled going airborne. They don't actually. They just catch fire, which is also fun. And then you can see the fire suppression system, and yeah. Jump for the echo. Yeah. Let's see, come in. Okay, run back into the control room. Okay, let's see how we did on our pump. Now, also, the pump will go to 0, but that number will continue to climb. It's different than primary. Quiz time. Who knows why? Oh, I undershot it. Pump's at 0. Why is this continuing to rise? Anybody know? I'll give it a second because I know there's a delay on the screen. So resistor banks, I shouldn't need them anymore. I did try using your save file money edit. When I looked at it in the file, all there was 0 and 1 set values, nothing to do with points. It should have a number, but it's followed by like an ampersand and something else. Is the steam cooling? Yes, Sam, you are correct, because there is steam cooling and condensing into water. So this will continue to rise for a little while. I don't think it'll get much higher, so we might feel it a little bit, but that's okay. D-Man, to answer you, does random events setting actually work because it's been 3 days and nothing's happened? Yes. However, the array of possibilities of what counts as a random event is vast. It can be something so slight as the integrity of a fuse drops from 100 to 90, and you'll never notice. So every hour there's a chance of certain things happening, and I think every day there's a chance of catastrophic things happening, if that makes sense. So yes, it does work. However, it's really not noticeable very often, which I know is not the answer you wanted, but that's how it is. This is getting pretty close to 50,000. I don't think it'll get much higher than this, but we did pretty good. Okay, core, no, although that's pretty high. If that gets much higher, we're going to do a shutdown, because I think I have audits turned on, and they love to schedule audits when this is getting close to 50%. And then you'll go, oh, I need to do a shutdown for my core audit, or to do my core maintenance. And then the city will say, no, we can't have you shut down. We have an emergency or whatever. It's neat. Let's do all of these. And I'm going to do 1 resistor bank because I'm going to do 1. Remind me that 2 is because I want to have 1 available if I need it. Wait, do I actually have a 3rd one installed? Nope, but I should buy one. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll have AO. Oh, I gotta turn on AO. On. And then... yeah, I'll have him do all that.
I'm going to start with the maintenance tasks. During this time,
you can hear him, but you can't see him. He's screaming at me through the ceiling. You know AO can kill you, right? Why would I want the Steam Gym to be at 50K? So I went over this a little earlier, and I don't mind repeating it. That's why I didn't say it, is because I'd gone over it earlier. With my method of startup, I burn a lot of water. I burn about 35,000 liters. So when this is at 50, burning 35,000 gets me right about here. And then it comes up and lands about where you see these. If I start at, say, 30 in the middle of the green and I burn at 30,000 and I'm trying to burn 35,000, this guy bottoms out and then I just have all sorts of issues. Doesn't work. So it's just, and I don't know if all methods are that way or just mine, but with this high pressure startup, I burn so much water off, that's just where I need it. So, yeah. The other reason why this fills has to do with the condenser. If I turn the condenser off, it actually would stop. I'll let it go. It actually would stop rising. I haven't tested or cared to figure out why, but it does. While there's pressure in it, this will always continue to rise too. But right now, this is just left over from the pipes leaking back in, basically. After condenser, oh, we are way under. 48, that's pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna bring both up. So let's turn this guy off because again, I don't want to adjust both loops accidentally. We're gonna go 25 here. We're gonna go 5, nope, not 6. We're gonna go 5, and we're gonna go 5, and I'm gonna need probably a little more heat. So I want these guys turn 3 off. I want these guys at, oh, they're pretty close. 15 was what I was hoping for. That one's already at 15. So this should get me pretty close to 48. 47, we're looking pretty good. Let's see what we're doing. It says 49, rounding, that's fine. Also, the water comes back after shutdown as it's a closed loop. Yes, yep, all of it. And that's kind of cool. I gotta hand it to the developer. The fact that these pipes are not just there for decoration, the length of them, the circumference, the all that is factored in to how everything works. I think that's kind of cool. That it's functional and modeled and not just there to be pretty. Yeah, it is kind of cool that that's why that happened. So it looks like I have finished off. I'm a little low, and I'm not too worried about it. It's not the end of the world to bring that back up. However, while we're waiting, this is kind of the... How close did we get? Yeah, look at that, within 0.1. I like that. That's pretty good. Condenser is still really low. That one I probably will bring up just a hair, but not too much. When I dump in... Okay, question. Quiz time again. I turn on my condenser pump, and my temperature drops. Why? I'll let that go because I know that there's a little delay. And the reason I ask this is not to be like, oh, look at me, I'm smart. To see if you guys understand this, because when you understand this game conceptually, it really helps. Because I can tell you, hey, try this number here, try that number there. You may want to test this out. People can give you, oh, well, this is what I do. But you can't just follow numbers. There's so many different variables that when you understand the concepts of how all these systems work together, you can manipulate them on your own to achieve the results that you need. And that's what I go for, right? There's some YouTubers, and I don't knock them, but there's some that just kind of tell you, hey, set it at this. And then people go, well, that didn't work for me. And they have to keep coming back to ask the questions. I'd rather people understand the concepts because I'm just here to help people with the game. And when they understand it a little easier, less frustration with the game, they're able to get out of it what they want and all that. Pumping cold water from the lake, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. The water that we're dumping into the condenser is about 20 degrees, and it has an impact on it. Which, again, is another level of detail that is cool, and kudos to the developer for that because it makes a difference. Same here. If I need to drain my core, or add to my core, but drain my core, I do that with the RCV valve, right? Where'd you go? Here. And the RCV valve drains that back into this guy, my primary circuit coolant tank, which is a little low, by the way. It doesn't matter. And this tank does not like hot temperatures, but dumping hot water, that's 300 degrees Celsius, into a 20 degree tank, it doesn't love it. That's probably pretty good. I will shut it off now because, again, it's going to spool down and continue dumping water in. So we'll see where we end up. I was just looking for somewhere in the middle yellow, just because. Chasing colors after I tell everybody not to chase colors. And that works for a lot of different things. Pressurizer, if you have to fix your pressurizer, doing the heat, whether it's hot or cold coming in, makes a difference. And yeah, I mean, I'm not a programmer, so I don't know how difficult it is to model that kind of stuff, but I do think it's cool that it's in there. 3060 is a little lower on my core vessel volume level than what I normally like, but I'm okay with it because if I ever had to add more boron, I have space for it. Remember that we want our core vessel or internal core full, but not full. If it's too full, I'm going to have issues. We don't want that. And I think we're pretty solid. I'm going to go triple speed now, I think. Let's see where we ended up. Pretty close. Yeah, so that's not too bad. I shut it off when it was around 10,000. Why am I hearing AO? Shouldn't you be out fixing stuff? Generator. Oh, he was on his way to the generator. Okay. I think I shut it off when it was around 10,000, so I added an extra, or I guess it would be 100,000. Oh, I'm missing my decimal place. I turned it off when it was 100,000, and so 80,000 extra just kind of flowed into it as the pump was spooling down. So that's something to keep in mind. But now it's kind of the boring part. Until I have to do another loop swap. Although I wanted to do any priming, which is nice. Installing new loops and doing priming is not a pain, but you just have to be careful. It takes concentration. You can't walk away from stuff, and you got to make sure. Okay, so these numbers are coming down. If you remember, we were at 49, and I was kind of patting myself on the back because it was so close to this demand number. It's lower. Another quiz. Does anybody know why that's lower? What has changed that this output number has dropped? Internal temperature sitting at 68. Yeah. If you wanted this to cool more, we'd have to turn on the secondary pump, which has the, what's the word? The collateral effect of then also adding more coolant volume. So as long as it's below 100, it doesn't matter. Let's see. The Rasviat nuclear power station. I don't even know it's a game. Is the condenser level, the water level, the same of the tower or the closed condenser stem gym loop? And I go over this in my video, a little more in my condenser video. All of this right here is one system. Steam generator and condenser is one closed loop. The only thing that's not a part of all this is that guy. That's it. This is the only thing that's separate from all of this. Your secondary loop has two pools in it. One, and we're looking. I'll just use this loop right here, right? So this is cooling loop number one, or loop number one inside loop one, right? This will get confusing. We're talking about loop A or loop C. Sorry, loop C. So this is loop one, right? And this is our primary pump, which I don't know why it's not green, but whatever. And it is taking water. Oh, that's the one that shut down. Why is this one gray? That should be green. Anyway, it pumps water in here, right? And into the steam generator dumps off the heat, and cold water comes out, gets hot. So hot water this way, cold water, and back it goes. This is loop two. So here, steam generator comes out steam through the turbine into here, the condenser, where it gets turned back into water, gets pumped, pulled by the pump out, sent back. It doesn't actually go through it. It kind of goes around it. Around the back, imagine, and then back into our steam condenser as cold water. So hot steam, cold water, hot steam, cold water, like that. And then this is our third loop. This is where the unit of heat that came from here was transferred down to here. It was then transferred to here, and then it gets carried from here to our cooling towers, and from the cooling towers out into the atmosphere is steam. So this is our third closed loop. This pump is right here. That's what that guy is. And that's the only thing we can control or that's modeled in that loop. We don't control the water level in the tower. We don't control the spray, the steam, the nothing. The only thing we control in that third loop is this pump right here. So those water levels that we're looking at are... I turned it off because I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to what I'm doing. Your condenser level is here, and your steam generator level is the water here. This is kind of a collective water sump at the bottom. Think of it as the bottom that all three of these pumps draw from, and they pull water from this water. I don't know, pot here, this water pool at the bottom of this condenser. And they pump it back into their steam generator. So when the steam comes through and it condenses, it falls into this pool at the bottom, waiting to get pumped back out and sent to the steam generator. So you have a pool of water here and a pool of water here that are directly connected, to answer your question in a concise manner. Yes, they are connected. The water that was once here gets pumped, becomes water inside the steam generator. When boiled, it becomes steam and returns to the bottom of this guy. How that actually looks on the inside, you can look online, because in game it's just a massive, so we don't need that much cooling. I don't remember if you guys answered. I don't even remember if I let you do the answer. But the reason why our numbers are so low now is because our condenser temperature. When it comes down this low, it affects your, what's it called? Effectiveness, I guess. Oh, my phone's ringing. Where's my phone? I feel it. Can you guys hear it? Do you guys see my phone? Where's my phone? Oh, I found my clicky pen. Remember I was telling you I lost my clicky pen? I found it. Okay, clicky pen. Anyway, what was I saying? And I had something profound to say. Probably not, but I'm going to pretend it was. The effectiveness, something going on from here to there. Yeah, I don't remember. I was going to give some kind of a trade secret away. What was it? Something about... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll come to me. Before I got distracted by my phone. Where are we at? We're at demand. We're good. 46. Do you taste metal? Yeah. What are these smooth black chunks of rock on the ground? Oh, let me see. Do I need to call you back? Okay. Let's see. So, let's take a look at everything else. This is fine. Our temperature is still... Oh, it's been coming down a little bit. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Like you were talking about. Reactivity showing that we're losing temperature a little bit. That's okay. I like 300, so I don't mind it falling a little bit. We'll filter it out later. How's AO doing? Okay, it's 50% of the way through. We'll speed this back up. What was I going to say? Something about the condenser. Something about the levels. This number here dropping. Darn it. Well, that's just going to annoy me that I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't want to get hung up on it because that's just going to get boring as I rack my brain. But it was something useful I was going to say about the condenser. Higher condenser temperature consented. Oh, yes. Was it something I need to work as hard? Oh, yes. I was going to do an analogy. That's what it was. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate you. Okay, so the reason why that is, I was going to explain why the higher temperature means that we're more efficient. Imagine that we have... I'm gonna make this up. It's gonna be arbitrary. Let's just double check our demand. Yep, last hour, and then we're gonna step down. So imagine that we have 10 units of heat coming from our core being sent down to our steam generator, courtesy of our primary coolant loop. And those 10 units of heat are needed to heat to create 1 unit of steam because our condenser is so cold. It's so cold that it takes 10 units of heat to get us 1 unit of steam. And that's awesome. Well, when this water comes back to be boiled, if it's already at, say, 99 degrees, it's basically at boiling, 1 degree off from boiling. So those 10 units can now create 10 units of steam instead of just 1, because the temperature is already that high. Thus, we're creating more units of steam per units of heat coming from the core, and that is why it's more effective, if that makes sense. So you want this to get us close to 100 without going over. Going over is supposed to stall it. I think I have a video of where I tried to do a meltdown. It was kind of a test. Let's just get this up as high as we can. Everything ran fine with is well over 100. Well, fine is a relative term. It did not shut down. I was still producing energy and things were rocking and rolling, and it was doing A-okay. Puns, yes. And D-Man's got some good puns. I gotta tell you, I'm here for it. All right, AO, how we doing? Because I gotta switch loops here in a minute. Because what else do we have? We got to do the other resistor bank. That core, man, that core, I'm telling you. Pressurizer heaters, ugh, probably should have done those earlier. Hey, here's a question. So he did this maintenance report a while ago, 10 game hours ago. I'm willing to bet that now this number is lower than 90 10 game hours later. If I send AO to fix it, is he only going to fix 90% of it? And I might have, I don't know, 5 integrity loss still when he's finished? Or is he going to is he gonna just do the whole thing? He'll just go and see it, and even though it's less than 90. And then my second question is, what about the cost? Because the cost goes up once you go below 90. Anything between like 0.01 and or 99.99 and I think 90 is this amount, and then it goes up quite a bit after 90. Oh wait, this was our demand was coming down. Forgot about this part. So let's bring both loops down. Okay, we'll go 20 here. We'll go 4 and 4. Come on. 4 and 4. And this is why I like running dual loops, because the jump from, what was it, 49 or 48 to 0 is, I can share the workload half and half between the two loops instead of having one loop to do getting yellow boxed, to make that change. The other nice thing is, well, I guess the catch-22 of that is our demand wouldn't be this high without extra loops. Right now it'd probably be at, I don't know, 10, maybe 20. Oh, Jane Prize, what's up? How are we doing? Welcome back. Good to see you. I thought we're okay. So the difference between wear and integrity. Yes. Some things have a wear indicator and with an integrity indicator. Some are strictly just integrity. Oh, he's finished. Good job, AO. Good job. And what that means is the ones that, why that is, I don't know on all of them, other than this isn't really integrity. I think this is just how much, like for the waste tank, I don't think you damage by adding stuff to it. I think just over time you got to clean it out. I don't know, because I haven't tested it yet. But let's look at, do I have a good example? I don't think I do. No, I don't have a good example. But what happens is when your wear on an item gets to 100, then you will start taking integrity loss. I believe, if memory serves me, wear can go over 100%. You can get 500% wear, and you're going to suffer integrity loss. So as long as you keep your wear down below 100, you will, your integrity won't ever change. You don't start suffering component damage, I guess is the word, until your integrity gets reduced below 100. And I think the effect is seen more with the more integrity loss. Hope I explained that to where it makes sense. It didn't make sense as I was listening back in my head. When this gets to 100, you start seeing this go down. When this goes down, the more it goes down, you start seeing damage to this component. That's a better way to say it. So we repair this, the wear, to avoid integrity loss. When audits come around, it's a little different. They want your wear, anything less than 50% wear will fail you on an audit. Anything less than a 90% integrity will fail you on an audit. The worst offender is your pressurizer heater. Where's it at? Where are you at? I know you're in here somewhere. Right here. I'll say this one's showing 85, but over here shows 90. Interesting. So that's the biggest, because the things that wear out the most are your pressurizer heaters, your generators, your transformers, and your resistor banks. So speaking of which, I need to, that one just cycled off, so we're going to pump this up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to artificially turn this on and heat it up to, I don't know, 175-ish maybe? Or not heat it up, because this is pressure, but you know what I mean. Get my pressure up to about 175, because I want this to naturally fall. But not, I want to keep it, I mean ideally, from falling below 150. But that's tough to do with the amount of time. So let's go. No. Where's that? That's the one I wanted. Right here. Oh yeah, look, it might only charge me. Let's see what it does. I'll be interested to see. How are we on demand? We're good. Yeah. Temperature is still coming up a little bit. Yep, that's cool. That's good. J Enterprise, where we're at, I had installed loop 3, but I had not primed the pumps. I aced it. As far as you all know, it was perfect because only Sam was here to see it. And no, we did good. Ooh, this is still coming down a bit. Little bit, not too bad. And so we primed our loop A primary pump, primed our loop A secondary pump, and did good. Didn't have to make any changes, correcting mistakes. It was awesome. Didn't damage any pumps. That was good. Kept our boron concentration in check. Temperature did not go soaring like it does sometimes. No xenon spikes. Also notice this entire time we've been doing this, remember how we were talking about xenon and iodine? It hasn't changed. Very consistent. So that's not a pat on my back. I'm saying that to demonstrate that people who chase these things, it's kind of a self-induced problem. You ride out the spikes and the valleys and stuff. 300 is a good temperature. If I can get my demand without overworking my pumps at 300 degrees, go with it. Sammy, I don't know if this is true or not, but I think having the thermostat on wears. I've heard that. Well, yes and no. That might be true. The original reactor, not the original, the previous reactor, when they first kind of created this building, because this building wasn't always here, it was a different building. When you open up Steam and you see all those screenshots, those are from the original building. This is the second building. Anyway, you did not have a thermostat. You had to run over every once in a while, turn on the heater, watch it, turn it off, and it was a constant flipping it off back and forth, which is does not sound fun. And so they added the thermostat to take that away. In fact, I think one of the things you could have AO do was manage the pressurizer for you. It was one of the things you could buy and have AO do, which was also handy. But that's why GA makes the joke, keep AO away from my pressurizer, because he wasn't always very good at it. But anyway, and the thermostat does that. If you were to do it manually, say for an hour, I don't know, it'd be interesting to test the wear. I haven't tested it because I don't want to sit here for a game hour and flip it on and off. I'm just lazy like that. He's getting there. So, yes, I have heard that, but I don't know that it would be any different of just doing it manually, I guess is what I'm saying. Radiate humor. See, that's a good one, D-Man. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so our demand should be coming down again, if I recall. Yep, so we're probably going to come down to 32. That's a big old jump. So let's bring both these down to 15. I'm just going to anticipate it. Let's bring these guys down to 3. Here. I probably should have done that first, yeah, to avoid the yellow box. That's what I should have done this earlier. And we could probably bring these down to... Do I want to do 10? No, I don't. Because if I have to bring these down again, to avoid stalling the turbine by getting my torque too low, I like keeping this at 15. That helps stay away from that. And I'm okay with this. We'll be a little under, but I'm alright. Is it still raining? It is still raining. Holy cow. Ayo, have you finished yet? Did I miss the... No. So see how far this has fallen? I'm down to 140. Here's the other thing. Don't forget. When he's finished, as far as I know, you can't hear it. He doesn't say it very loud. So, you gotta listen for it, or watch for the message. I had missed it and gotten this down to like 60. And then these alarms go off like, hey, steam detected. And about 4 seconds later, I got high steam level. And my, what do you call it? My temperature went all over the place. And it was raining cats and dogs. And it was just a nightmare. Although flipping on the heater fixed that almost instantly. I'm going to put this to high. I heard once that having it at low also helps with the wear. I don't know if that's true or not. As a safety, yeah. Yeah, what safety, right? Who needs a containment building? We don't need a containment building. I mean, at least they didn't have a glass window separating them and the core. That would not have gone well. I just watched that last night. I was talking about it. I got food poisoning. For me, here in the U.S., it is, what time is it? Like 7:30 p.m., 7:50 p.m. And so not last night, the night prior, I got food poisoning. And yesterday, I spent all day in bed. And was like, and I watched a few shows, and I thought, I should rewatch Chernobyl. And I got to tell you, I watched it a while ago. It might have been what kind of inspired me to get interested and look for this game again. Come on, Ale. Yeah, buddy. Look how low we are. Shiminy Christmas. I wonder if how long it's taking him has to do with how much wear there is on the pressurizer heater. I don't know. But he needs to finish and hurry up. Anyway, okay, he's done. Sweet. Click that guy on. Get this going. That's might be the lowest I've ever had it go while doing the pressure go while doing one of these. Fizzled out. D-man, here we are. Having played this game, used chemicals to understand xenon, iodine, and all that, and then watch Chernobyl back, it made so much more sense. When he's talking about like the iodine pit and the xenon pit, I was like, oh, I know what that means. I know people who have experienced that. It gave kind of an interesting insight, which is, I don't know, kind of nerdy or whatever, but yeah. Okay, I think we're good. We back? Yeah, we're back. I'll put this at low. Again, I don't know if it actually helps, but now I need to, do I need to swap? I do. I need to swap loops again. Okay, loop swap. Man, we got a party going tonight. How is everybody? I haven't had music on this whole time. Should I turn on music? Partly because YouTube loves to. Nah, we don't need music. Unless you guys want music. YouTube loves to hit me for copyright. And they're like, oh, you're going to get banned if you don't turn off your music. And so they apparently have copyright-free music you can use, but it's all instrumental. Okay, I think we're ready to do another loop swap. Well, I guess I should have to do my preventive maintenance. Wait, what are you? Oh, yeah, I just told him to go do that. I should have him do. Oh, well, it's fine. We'll reach critical mass. Oh, that's one of my. Have I used that one yet? I don't want to give it away. I'm going to give it away. One of the names. So if you guys watch my my mini episode seasons, or mini series episodes, that's what I meant to say. Before them, I come up with new names like, hello, operators, nuclear enthusiasts, fissionaries. One of them is the critical masses. And just to add to the tip of the iceberg, or rod, they thought, let's add graphite to the thing that will save us. And he doesn't really explain that in the what's his name, Legasov, is that his name, the scientist who does like the little tribunal and throws the whole Soviet Union under the bus. He doesn't explain. He just says because it was cheaper. Cheaper than what? Like what would the alternative be? I don't know anything about RDBMK or whatever it's called, reactors. Maybe you guys know more than me. I don't know why graphite was chosen instead of something else, and I wonder if they thought, like, if there were other options out there, or that was just the industry standard because they didn't know any better. Do I want to bring this up? Let's bring it up. I will go against my better judgment and bring this up. Graphite. So, what about our control rods? What do we have at the end? Not graphite? That is interesting, though. Did they understand that graphite had that property? Because again, if I remember right, surrounding the boron, heavy water instead of graphite. Yeah. Nowadays, that makes sense. Because if I remember right, around the what they call it, the cladding, the fuel cladding, was graphite, right? That's what they found all over the ground and all over the roof when it was exploded, was that graphite. So I could see them saying, "Oh, well, if we use graphite to to control what's going on inside, it would work for the tip of the control rod, right?" So, yeah, I don't know. I think we're ready for a loop swap. Although I want AO to finish doing his thing first. Okay. How are we doing here? You're good. You're good. I am surprised that there's not more natural heat decay out of the steam generator. I would have thought there had been more. Are they able to come in? Are they in bed? Okay, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break real fast. Tell the kids good night. I will be right back. You guys watch this. Tell me if anything explodes. I'm not gonna pause it. Again, walking away from the hot stove. I will be right back. Okay, I'm coming back. Okay. Bedtime for kiddos. Ugh. Okay, I'm back. So, did I lose anything? Did anything die? Where are we at? What we got? What did I miss? Hey, okay. So now I want him to do that. We'll go triple speed. They knew it all. Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. I don't know. That's yeah. I guess cost saving. When you don't care about safety or the ego or all of it above, I don't know. I didn't know this. The rest, because it was reactor 4 that exploded at Chernobyl. 1 through 3 kept going for years. They had people still living in the town and coming in to work the reactor. I think reactor, because it exploded in what, 1986? And it wasn't until 1991 that the last reactor was taken offline. So, yeah, that seems, I don't know. But what do I know? Pretty good. Just gonna let AO finish his. Actually, I know I need to take the second loop offline, so we're just gonna start that now. And first, we got to bring loop 1. Sorry. Our primary loop 3, back online, and then we will take loop 2 offline and start maintenance on that one. Or do I just do the core maintenance now? What was it at before? 22. What do we think that's at? 30? I'm at day 3. When do the first? I mean, why not, right? It would just make sense. Here's the thing with doing core maintenance. AO really messes with you. He takes all of the water out of the core vessel and then puts it back. And he'll put it back at 24, 26 point something. And when he does that, he cleans out all the xenon, all the iodine. That's nice. He also clears out all the boron. Your concentration goes to 0. Which isn't a terrible thing, because if I had to start the reactor and I essentially pre-dosed to 2789, 2800 we'll call it, I'd have to pull those rods out pretty far to get it to heat up from, well, not 0, but 0 to 300 degrees, and then insert the back end to stop the climb. So it's not the worst thing, but it's kind of like starting over new. All of these stay the same. Maybe that's what we'll do. just for entertainment value, you guys can watch me do a total plant shutdown, which is much more difficult than a loop swap. And I got to put my money where my mouth is. See if I can do this. So I think that's what I'm gonna. I think that's what I'm gonna go for. All right. Well, let's request our shutdown in the middle of the day. Is that when we want to do it, or can we pick a better time? Yeah, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's see if he lets us first. Maintenance shutdown. So remember, when you request to start up, you can start at the next hour. In our case, if we were requesting to start up, we would get it at 1400 hours. It would say starting up right here, and from 1400 to 1500, we are not penalized for not meeting demand. We're also not compensated for meeting demand. So it's not critical. When we do shutdowns, they don't give us the next hour. They give us the hour after next. So in theory, I'll be getting 1500, if they let me do it, is when we will shut down, and that is because we need to be shut down by 1500. So from 14 to 15, anything after, I will not be penalized for not making demand. That makes sense. So even though it looks a little weird, if they give me 1500, starting at 1400, they're not tracking demand anymore. So we'll let that go. We'll go triple speed. How am I doing over here? Looking pretty good. Okay. Temperature holding steady. Careful, I'm pressurizing the situation. Ooh, it's getting steamy. But not on the pressurizer. Steam on the pressurizer is bad news bears. Don't do it. Yeah, I just need them to confirm that we're good. How long does it take to get an answer? So now they're probably going to give me 1600. Of course. What'd you give me? 1600. Yeah, great. Okay, so I have to finish this. This hour, meet demand on this hour, and then we'll shut down. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we've got under our what. So I don't even need to. Oops. I must have. See, it's been so long since I've played the save. I must have already done Core 2 when I brought Core or. When I installed Loop 3, I don't know. Where 5? Yeah, Loop 2 stuff is nice and low. Here's the other thing. Under the old patch, the old reactor, anywhere at all, 0.01, AO would fix. Now it has to be over 10%, which I don't love. From what I read, graphite was used to moderate something to do with the neutrons in the reactor promoting fission. Yes, and he goes over it in the movie. I forget. Because it moderates it, but how does it also speed it up? How does it do two things? Because I believe the control rods got stuck when they tried to scram them, and that's what caused the explosion, was when they scrammed them, and the tips of the graphite that was out all the way then went in about a third or whatever it was and got stuck. That graphite caused more of an issue. And I don't remember... It just seems weird that it would do two things, both help and hurt at the same time. But just shows what I know, right? So, okay, all right, here we go. Total reactor shutdown. Even though I don't need it. Actually, I'm gonna do a save game real fast. What did I call this one? Main chem, I think. Yeah, that works. I figured out this neat little glitch in the game, where if I don't know if everybody has this problem, but I do. If I create a new saved game, it will randomly overwrite a previous one. At random. No idea which one. And it's really annoying when I'm trying to make videos and build on them and do stuff like that. So Less than ideal. Okay, so now we're seeing shutdown now that we're at 1500. So during this time, we are not penalized nor compensated for meeting demand. So let's go ahead and start. We can just shut down both turbines now at once, and it'll be fine. We'll start with, who do you want to do first? Let's do, oh, we're on 2. Let's do 2. So hang on. There's a checklist for this. Stand by, everybody. You guys who weren't here earlier when I did my checklist, I have typed them up. If you saw it in one of my videos, I posted a picture of one of my handwritten, all my checklists were handwritten. I finally typed them up after shaming myself. Multiple loop and total reactor shutdown. Here we go. So now I have them all typed up. The boron control rods are out. The graphite, which made power energy. Right, which made, yes. But when they're inserted, the graphite on the end doesn't have any effect. Plus, wasn't there graphite around the cladding already, not just at the tip of the control rods? Okay. Maybe did that before operating. Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna go shutdown mode. Well, let's do that. Oh, I've been in shutdown mode this whole time. Well, there you go. How about that? External power on. Ooh, that's a good one. That one I always forget. And manual on the generators because I don't want them kicking on. We'll go manual on both of these guys. I don't know why they're on both on automatic. They shouldn't be. By the way, what kind of generator sets do I have? Yeah, look at those guys. Like it. Okay. Where I'm at. Resistor banks to on. That's why we have checklists. And where did I go? I got last condenser set. Condenser doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's fine. We'll bump it up. We're gonna cool everything off anyway. Okay, for first loop, select sinker scope. Okay, we're just gonna shut down these loops. So I'm just gonna go bypass. Oh no, not. We gotta open them first. We'll do 2. Open. We'll go. What's my other one running? 1. Okay, and we will go open. And now we bypass. Okay, then we'll come over and do the MSCVs to 100. Here. Although I didn't really want to shut down the other. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're gonna let loop 3 run a little bit longer. Loop 2 I'm gonna shut down now. Stop sending heat over. And the reason why I don't want to shut down loop 3 yet is because cooling and stuff. Because to get this cooled down, I gotta have. Although you know what, let's live a little dangerously. Yeah, why not? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're gonna try shutting down both at the same time, which means I don't want this off now. I want you at 15 to continue the cooling. Which now I gotta watch these, because these guys are cooling down. He'll cool down faster because I started the one there. So these guys, we're gonna go to slow. Nope, not you. Not you. See, that's the problem. That's why I gotta turn it off. Which means I just bumped up my level here and I didn't mean to. Ooh, I caught it in time. That's good. Okay. Yep, those are off. That's already turned off. That's good. Okay, when this gets below 100, we will start. Unfortunately, there's no way around that one. It's just gonna make noise till the next hour. Now it's kind of a waiting game. So we should be getting, yep, we're cooling off quite nicely. And these are done. Cool. Volumes are rising. What was it we stopped it at? Did I say 46? 46 was a little low, right? So we'll try 46.5. 46.5, yeah. And the temperature's going to take a little while to come down because I have to keep this on. If I shut these off, this just takes forever to cool off. It can, but I can't do core maintenance until it's secure. I can't secure it until it's below, what, 50? Hot take. Radiation burns. Oh, here we go. Okay. 72. I might speed this up a little bit. What did I say? 46.5, right? That's what we're doing there. Condenser is nice and cold. Oh, ice cold. Ice cold. Okay. Doing good. Pressure should be, yeah, continuing to drop. Excellente. We leave the pressurizer heaters on because this is still above 100, capable of making steam. I don't want steam in my pressurizer or in the cooling loop, primary cooling loop in general. So, yeah, that continues to come down. Okay, so now it's kind of a waiting game. This is actually going smoothly. I gotta do this more often with you guys watching because, this is going way smoother than it normally does. Like on my videos that I record and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're getting close here. I don't want to overshoot these. Okay, so one is going to hit it first. Are we going to be below 100? Oh, just barely. Oh, man, that's going to be close. 46.5, right? How high is my... I might do 46. I'd rather have to add more, run the pump to fill it more than less. And this should be going... Okay, it's going down. I thought it would raise a little bit more, but I guess not. So that's at 46, right? That's loop 1, so shut loop 1 off. Okay, this one should be close behind. We're getting there, almost there, almost there. Five, 6, 7, 8. Okay, whoops. To the right spot. Okay, so we should be good. Well, I mean, it is or it isn't. How are we doing over here? We're at 100. Ugh. Look how long that's taking. But I still have my primaries going. Now that, okay, so that will maybe affect things a little bit. Oh, I didn't think about that. I have to leave those running. Yeah, look what I've done to myself. My temperature's rising. I guess I shut these off? This is a new method of me doing this. I know, and now it's going to freak out. Ready? Here come the alarms. Is that going to keep falling naturally, though? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Problem is, otherwise the temperature keeps coming up and these keep rising. And, I didn't think through that one very well. I guess I should have cranked up these higher to cool it down faster. No, it's still falling. I know. Oh no, here it comes. I know. Danger alarm. But see, with this reactor, the primary cooling circuit doesn't actually cool the core. That's I think it's more of a bug than a feature. But you'll notice I have no primary cooling, but it's cooling off, and it's because the control rods do all the cooling. I don't know. I don't think it was designed to be that way. So I'm about to go non-critical. See, I'm safe. So yeah, I don't know. Riddle me that one. How'd we do? 50? Pretty close. Pretty close. These are below 100. Ooh, they're just sitting at 85, so those are going to start up nice and quick. Pressure continues to drop. Non-reactive. So I think we can do maintenance now. Yeah. Oh, pressurizer heaters. Okay, so now that we're below 100, I guess I could have done that a while ago. We'll turn these off. This is where we get the game warping, if you know what I'm talking about. The time warping. What did one say? Stop. No. Steam relief valve. Yes. I think, is this the one that you mean? The steam relief valve on the secondary coolant? I just don't like... There's two things that I don't like playing with, and it's more pride, I think, than anything else. One is bypass, and two is the steam relief control valves. I like. I think the reason I don't use this is because I like to think that, or my goal is to be able to manipulate all the other inputs to get whatever demand I need by controlling the reactor and kind of having control of it. And bypass, it makes it easy. I want it intentionally more difficult for myself. I want to have to manipulate the primary coolant pump speed, the condenser pump speed, and temperature, and all the others to try and get it. So, yes, bypass is always an option. And same with this one. We can bring these down faster. I burn off coolant that way. I lose coolant if I go that route. So it looks like I went over here. It's kind of surprising. Oh, I think if I shut this off, they stop, if I remember right. Something about that. Why? I don't know. No, I guess not. Last time I looked, it was coincidence. So just want to go over a little bit. Not the end of the world, as long as it doesn't go too high. Okay, so we are good for maintenance. Yes? Yes. Ayo, my brother in nuclear physics. Do your magic. Now watch. I'm going to demonstrate this to you guys. Notice what it says here. 2360. And this is not 0. Now watch. Like magic.
Operator, I'm going to start.
Get ready for the war.
During this time, I will not be able to respond to your commands.
Okay, it did time warp because anything that requires it to be off, say off, requires you to, or time warps you. Now look, 2426, just like I said, and 0. So now we got to start over. Not the end of the world, but no more okay. D-Man, it's been fun. You have a good one. Meltdown, we can try for a meltdown. You guys want to try for a meltdown? I can't get a meltdown. Can't get it to happen. I think because I leave water in the system, the external core, and also I already have fuel loaded. Because one thing, what I tried to do is on a new. Actually, I can just do a new game. I don't need to. I can leave this where it is, right? Yeah. We'll just do. Hang on. Let me make sure I don't kill a blank. Oh, so I'm moving about to. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna do. I gotta make a note of this though. We're in a new game so that I can insert fuel and see if we can create a meltdown and see if I can come back from it. Whoops, blank. After core, sorry, just make a note of myself. Core. Okay. Because I can't do new saves, I have to remind myself. So here we go. Meltdown time. Rods to 0, keep pressure to normal for as long as possible. Keep water in. Yeah, doing a meltdown. Because if I slam, well, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. The last time I did this, when I started a new game, I insert fuel with no control rods. I pull all the control rods out, send them in. It jumps up to like 560 something, and then it just sits there. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't actually melt down. And then I just insert control rods, and everything goes back to normal. Start circulating the coolant pump. So I think water is the key. Is that what we're talking about, Sam? Because what I might do... Oh, and look. Remember how I said it was going to clean out my xenon and my iodine? Gone. Okay. Let's go... Menu. No, how do I get back to the menu? Come on. I'm better than this. Let's go. Back to menu. We're in a new game. And we are going to drain the water, pull the control rods, insert fuel, and watch what happens. Yes, I didn't have boron. So, well, you know what? We'll do it twice. I'll show you the one, and then we'll restart it, and I'll show you the other. Really? Oh, that's it. Well, huh. Well, yeah, the 0 temp, because I think it measures the temperature of the water itself. So watch this. Okay, we'll do chemical. Yeah, we'll even turn it on. That's fine. We'll go normal. Ready to start? Skipping it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I've been warned. Thank you. All right. after it loads. Any second now. Come on, here we go. Okay, so if I pull control rods, let's crank up the temperature or the speed because it doesn't matter. What's max? Really? Jeez. Oh, I only did 103. I just wanted to go fast. 80? Sure. 80. Okay. Set. Okay. These will pull. We'll go triple speed. Get them out fast. Oh, let's make AO mad. Let's see what he does. I didn't have him on last time. Setup, personalities, got it. Okay. If water, that's why you want to try to keep pressure normal for as long as possible so your internal water doesn't drop.
And I am the operations assistant for the
If I turn around, he's going to be right behind me.
reactor. Is ready to go into operation.
He's creepy.
If you need my help, please let me know.
I kind of want him out of here so he doesn't see what I'm doing. And, like, you guys know AO can kill you, right? And there used to be a scenario. Look, he just follows you around with his eyes. There used to be a scenario where AO had gone mad, and he was trying to kill you, and you had to kill him, and it was just crazy. So, Sam, are you saying that I should turn the pressurizer on now? Because let me show you what happens. Okay, now these are at 0. We'll do this and we'll do another load. So I'm just going to go nominal. Get ready for the red lights.
Operating mode established.
It goes
Nominal
fast.
Mode.
Watch.
Danger alarm.
Yep. Boom. I don't know what exploded. Nothing. Oh, it didn't even go that high this
Reactor
time.
has reached critical mass, and its status has changed to reactive.
Oh, did iodine do that? Oh, interesting. I didn't do it with chemicals last time. Steam level. So, last time it just skyrocketed to 500
Warning.
something.
Danger alarm.
Look at him judging me. So I can let the okay now it's going. All right, so it just needed a minute because oh, that is dropping quickly. Oh, look at that. That's not.
Warning.
That
Danger
is.
alarm. Warning. Critical alarm. Imminent
See, look.
danger. The temperature of the
Oh.
reactor core has reached a critical level.
Yeah, there it is.
Danger alarm.
There's that
Reactor
sound.
core temperature has exceeded the operating maximum.
So, and look, now all my core vessel volume's back again. Where'd that come from? And now my temperature's way down low. See what I'm saying? Red lights are gone. We're back to business as normal. See what I mean? What was that about? Is it just gonna ping pong up and down? Message me depth and Discord. Okay, got it. Now it's rising again. But I don't think we're ever gonna get to meltdown mode. Ooh, I like the boom. I like the rumble. That's very cool. See, and then it drops. Yeah. How am I supposed to melt down in these conditions? Yeah, I did it wrong. If I ping pongs, you failed. Yeah, I know. Well, see, that's what I'm saying is all I did was pull control rods to 0 and load fuel. So, I will load a new game. And, because watch, I think this gets rid of my steam right away. And then, I know, we're yo-yoing back up. We're yo-yoing back up. So, So many alarms. Low quantity of what? Low quantity of what? So now that's... But where? How come this keeps going down and then back up again? See what I mean? Look at that. Where's it coming from? Dropping again. Pressurizer is just dead. So it's not doing anything? Yeah, because it's got steam in there. So, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get this to... All right, sounds good, D-Man. You can find the recording later. Have a good one. All right. Let's just go to the game then. So we're shooting for a meltdown here. We need a meltdown. Let's go. Do I do it without water? I feel like without water, yeah? That's got to create a meltdown. But you said pressurizer. So let me see what you said. You want to try to keep pressure normal for as long as possible to it doesn't drop off all at once. Okay, so I'll try that real quick. I'll just heat up the pressurizer and see. Ooh, maybe I should have turned off chemicals because I wonder if iodine is going to. Although that was a good demonstration of. Okay, yeah, no problem. That was a good demonstration of how your xenon does nothing until after a while when your what do you call
The
it?
reactor has lost critical mass reactivity. And its state has
When you
changed
start
to non-reactive.
being reactive, your iodine picks up, but your xenon doesn't happen until a long time after iodine. So we'll start that one heating up at high speed. We'll send this one to 0. We'll crank this back up to, what was it, at 280 I think was the max speed. Yeah. Maximum speed. Okay. Are you climbing? Slowly. Okay. And AO did nothing to help. He was worthless. Let me tell you. Yeah, let me tell you. He was... Okay. Let's try meltdown number 2. Okay, speed it up. Speed it up. Pressurizer taking a long time. And then what I'm going to do is my control rods are at 0. So I'm just going to, when the pressurizer is up, it'll keep the water in. I'm just going to load the fuel with no control rods and see how we do. See what kind of magic we can get happen. And then see if I can prevent a meltdown. But with all this core water out here, I don't know how it's going to... Doesn't that help cool it off? I'm kind of talking through this out loud. But let's see what we get. Okay. Okay, we're there. Pressurizer's good to go. Core rods at 0. And magic time. Load fuel.
Shutdown mode.
Oh, shutdown mode. So
New
anticlimactic.
operating mode established. Terminal mode.
And load fuel. Okay, now let's watch the temp. You should go.
Warning. Danger alarm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now we're going. Oh, yeah.
Warning. Critical alarm. Imminent danger.
Imminent danger.
Reactor core has reached a critical level. Warning. Danger alarm.
Yeah, see, it hits 550 and it
Reactor
stops.
core temperature has exceeded the operating maximum. The reactor has reached critical mass, and its status has changed to reactive.
This is what happened last time. Oh, and so here, case in point, iodine went whoop, super reactive, and the concentration is rising. Xenon is nothing. Wait till you see that peak in 6 to 7 hours from now. So it just hits 550 and it stops. And that's it. And then it's actually pretty simple to bring it back down. Wonder what control rod temperature? Well, I actually don't know what it is. What happens if you scram them? Let's just do it. Ka-chow. Man, they go in a lot slower than I thought they would. Wonder if they get stuck. If they get stuck? So they're in at 100. Ooh, it got quiet all of a sudden. Did you hear that? I don't have the sound turned up as loud for you guys as I do for me. Whoops. All the red lights went off. Oh, look at that pink. Oh, yeah. See, the core just sits there at 550. So, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess disaster averted. Change this to like 30. Change this to
The
like
reactor core coolant has started
Yeah,
to
I know.
circulate.
25-ish. I'll put that at 30. And then this is what I would do is, oh no, that's going to start my turbine. I assume, oh yeah, that came up fast. Oh yeah, we are boiling off quick over there. I'm shocked it hasn't started to turn the turbine yet. And see, now my temperature dropped. So I don't call that much of a recovery. Okay, we're gonna try. I'm gonna try one more way before Sam comes to the rescue with how to get a meltdown to happen. We'll try one more, and we'll go super fast. We're gonna drain the external water, and I think that is going to make fireworks. Let's do chemicals. Nah, let's leave it on, just for comparison. It's for science, folks. It's for science. We're figuring it out. Okay. We went from swapping loops to trying to create a nuclear bomb. Here you go. Well, a little background about this
The
game.
reactor has lost critical mass reactivity.
I don't give spoilers.
State has changed to
Yeah, I know.
non-reactive.
So I liked that method of having the pressurizer on, so we'll do that. I don't like giving away spoilers of the during my videos that I record and put on YouTube, but during live streams I will. This game originally was a horror first-person shooter. And what happened was, again, there's going to be a bunch of spoilers in here, so if you don't want to hear them, here's your chance to plug your ears for a minute. When the game first started, we're on an island, and it was a zombie apocalypse. And we were sent as a soldier to this old plant that hadn't been used forever, and we were to get it up and running to provide power to the rest of the mainland so they could fight the zombies. And that's where this started. And it became very frustrating and difficult, so the sole developer, Ivan, abandoned the zombie thing and went just with the reactor. It used to be that like all the turbine building, fuel, pumps were in separate buildings you had to go to, and as you ran from building to building, you had to dodge zombies that were trying to kill you. So that's where all this started. A little different now. Let's send these to 0. Did I turn our pressurizer on or forget? Yep, I got it on. And oh, she's draining good now. Draining good now. Doing okay. What happened there? I don't know what happened. The game's being weird. Okay. Okay, let's try this once again. Are we at 0 yet? Oh, I want to show you this other thing. Let's see if I can do it in time. If you look inside the core, yes, you will see as our water level drops, it also drops inside the core. I was talking about this earlier, and it acts how it shouldn't. The internal core level should be this one, but it's not. It's just not how it's modeled in the game. Oh, unless he fixed it. Oh no, there it goes. See our water level? And it's not just a visual thing. The game will treat it that way also. It's really bizarre. That's why I'm only removing the external water. Once we get it below the level of the fuel, I think I can insert the fuel and it will go haywire. Let's find out, shall we? Sent. Got it. Okay, I'll read that in just a second. I'm going to try this one. Let's see how we do. Okay, so this I can turn off now. Are we at 0 yet? Holy cats and dogs. Crank that bad boy up. 280, right? And 280. There it is. Okay. Now let's turn on AO and have him yell at us. Turn on. Set up personalities. Excellent. He's going to come into the room. Wherever you were standing, when you turned him on, that's where he'll show up. And then he'll stare at you. Here he comes. Ready? He's coming down the stairs. See? Told you.
Welcome. My name is Al, and I am
See?
the
Oh, he didn't follow me before.
The plant is ready to go into operation. If you need my help,
Creepy guy.
please let me know.
Well, Al, I got it. I call him AO. Some people say Al. He says Al. I say AO. Here we go.
Shutdown.
Shutdown mode. I know. I
New
realized it as soon as I hit
operating
it.
mode
Okay, here we go.
established.
3, 2, 1. Fireworks. Kabow. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see if we go past 550. Rumble.
Warning. Danger alarm. The reactor has reached.
Ah, we did it again. 550.
Status has changed to reactive.
Ooh,
Warning.
screaming at blank.
Critical alarm. Imminent danger. The temperature of
it's
the reactor
not.
core has reached a critical level. Danger alarm.
Shh.
The reactor core temperature has exceeded the operating maximum.
Oh, look. It's shaking. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. Does that mean it's taking damage? Wait, what's happening right now? Are you boiling off? No. Huh. That's neat. What's happening to our external? Because this should be boiling off. Oh, that's a 0. There's nothing left to boil off. Interesting. Okay, well, that was very not exciting. Stand by. Let me pull up these instructions of how to make things go boom. Hazmat suit on. Game with no chemicals. Okay, let's try no chemicals. Okay, we're going to do this. Internal freight pumps, on safe level, tank pressure out there. Okay. Now, Sam, question for you: is this for a ready-to-go plant, or do I need to start with a empty plant? Back to menu. Accept. Okay. Come on. Okay, we're gonna get a meltdown, guys. I've tried this before. I've never been successful. Sam gave me the way to do it, so let's go. Ready to go. Got it. Sweet. Okay. Hazmat suit on. Safety first, right, folks? Safety first. No, safety like third or fourth. Okay. Hazmat suit on.
The reactor has lost critical
I
mass
know it
reactivity.
Ooh, it mutes the sounds a little bit. Okay. Rods to 0. External, internal freight pumps on to start filling. Well, I need to... Do you mean the feed water in the condenser? Because I gotta open valves if we want our internal primary pumps on. If that's what you mean. I'll go open those real quick. If that's what you mean. Actually, I'm gonna put this away so I run faster. Except. Yeah, and that's what I thought you meant. Okay. Yeah, the green ones I shouldn't need. Just the red ones. Ooh, I know. Watch. We're gonna send AO to his death. Everybody ready for this? Did you guys know that AO can run without his battery pack? It's true. It's just there as a crutch for us. Watch, I'll turn it on right here. He'll come deliver my message to me in here. Okay, we'll turn these on while they're pulling rods. Yep. Pro tip. Don't run down this ladder, because when you hit the bottom, and if you're going backwards too fast, you will fall in. Where'd AO go? Is he being pokey? Being slow? I'll better run into him. Here he comes. Ah! Told you.
My name is Al, and I am the operations assistant for the reactor. The plant is ready to go into operation. If you need my help, please let me know.
Okay. Here we go. Now, radiation suit. Outstanding. Safety first. Nah, it's gonna go to 0. All right. Okay. Pumps on filling those tanks. Okay, so let's start filling these guys. Ka-chow. Ka-chow. Okay. Pressurizer on. Thermostat on. Ka-chow. There we go. Fastest speed when green ones on once the countdown starts. Okay. So, when do I go fastest speed? Just, I mean, do I need to wait for something to go fastest speed or just speed things up? So I got this is 0. Oh, I guess I want my pressurizer up, don't I? And these we're just gonna overload you, and that'll be fine. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Okay, that's at 0. Pressurizer? No, I'm still waiting on a pressurizer. Okay, touch nothing else. See now, because integrity loss takes a while. Green ones, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, so you gotta wait for integrity loss. Oh, that's what I was doing. Then I just wasn't, whoops, being patient enough. I didn't mean to hit that. We want nominal mode.
New operating mode established. Nominal mode.
Load. Ka-chow. Okay, let's see what happens. Ready? Ba-boom. Security reasons. Oh, come on.
Danger alarm. The reactor core temperature has exceeded the operating maximum. Warning. Critical alarm. Imminent danger. The temperature of the reactor core has reached.
Okay, so I went to 550. Yep, 550. That's where I was last time. So I think I was just quitting too early. Did I miss anything? Are off. Yep. All the pumps are off. Fastest speed. Insert fuel. Touch nothing else. Go to fast warm. Pressure starts dropping to 130. Turn off pressurized thermostat and just put on max heat. Okay. So far, pressurizer's doing its thing, I guess. Is it going to kick back on? It's trying. Oh, yeah, look. Magic's happening. What does that mean? Radiation detected? I want to see. I want to see. Oh, we got a green ball. We got a green ball. Where's AO? Oh, he was in the hallway. He'll be protected. I'm sure he's fine. Radiation detected. So radiation detected, that means that... Okay, watch my pressurizer. So I'm going to have to just turn it on my own? Does it mean that the thermostat's not doing its thing? Okay, so we'll turn you off. And we'll cycle you back on. Yeah? Is that what you mean? Like that? Okay, and then watch core integrity. Remember to use fastest speed. Okay. I not recommend if your internal water size is getting low, fill it with storage, take a little void. Okay. Oh, it keeps reverting to normal speed. That's boring. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Pressurizer falling. Pressurizer falling. Okay, we're keeping that up. That's good. Radiation detected. Is our ball growing? No. Not yet. Okay. Core integrity. I don't know how to check my core integrity without okay. Pressurizers. Oh yeah, pressurizers donezo. He gone. Not much I can do there. Off, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Why do you keep... Ugh. Let's see. Click T and unclicks. Oh yeah, good call. Good call. Watch the show. Ooh, it's glowing. You see the glow? Ooh, what danger alarm? Now what? Oh no. Well, that's because my pressurizer, right? So now feed water pump maybe? Or not yet? I wasn't actually paying attention. Watch core integrity. Remember, okay. Okay, well, I guess we'll wait. Oh, see? It's cooling off now. Whoa, that's a big ball! Do I need to close the blast door? Is it going to kill me? look, there it is. Cool. Okay. Nice. Okay. Scram. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Turn all pumps to 100. Okay. 100. Well, actually, we just hit fast. Let's go fast. Let's go. Oh, I didn't put on my vacuum pump. Oh, look at me not following instructions. Okay. Can you guys even hear over the alarms? Turn on all pumps. Oh yeah, bypass. Good call. Bypass that to 100 because we're gonna. We don't want that turbine spinning up. No, no, no. Is it even doing anything? Oh, we need these guys on. Big time. Condenser. How's my condenser fill level? It's just fine. Well, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Pressurizer. What's your pressurizer temperature at? You're fine. You just don't have anything in there. Oh, pressurizer's back, though. Let's turn you on. Somehow it's back. Freight pumps. Well, they're on. I guess I don't need these on anymore, do I? Yeah, they're maxed out. It doesn't matter. Are you filling? You are filling. And fill external. Is the external down? Oh, it is. Good call. Okay, fill external. Okay, I guess I should keep looking at my list. Pray. I like that. I like that. Pray. Okay, should we, if I open the blast door, is it gonna kill me? Oh no. Where's the high quality dosimeter? Are we how are we doing? I almost want to look, but I don't want to look. Is it gonna kill me if I open the my rods didn't go in? Yeah, they're at 100. They say 100. Yeah, they're scrammed. Rods are in. So we're filling, just not very fast. Let's go triple again. Oh, nice! You can go triple speed, and the. Uh-oh! Did my game just die? Hey! All right! We won! Congratulations! Setting work special bonus as a prize. Repairs will be free of charge and immediate. Oh, where's my mouse? Oh, it just resets everything for you? Wait a minute. Now what? Is everything? Oh, well, I know. Let's turn these off. I didn't leave them spinning. Shh, stop. All right. Hey guys, we had a meltdown and survived to tell the tale. Hey, look, no xenon spike. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, our fuel's gone. Oh, we have no more fuel. Oh, that's not true. Yes, we do. Pressurizer. Wow. We did it, eh? Except for you're still red. Why are you red? Oh, I guess I should turn these off, huh? Now that I've overfilled my core. Oh, yeah. This doesn't need to be filled anymore. I wish it would turn off my pumps for me. I guess I need to drain the RCV just a hair. Now you can do the same but with no recovery. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, now we go to the moon. By the way, where was AO during all that? Isn't he supposed to be helping? He did not help. He did not help. Oh, that didn't drain anything out. Let's go triple speed. Drain, drain, drain. Drain, drain, drain. Where you at? Okay, that's good. That's good. Probably too much, but that's alright. Okay, let's do it again. I know we have more fuel. Oh, but then I'd have to, like, do the water level. Yeah, let's just start a new game. Back to menu. Accept. Okay, new game. Yeah, right? He was in the hallway. He's like, nah, man, I'm good. Y'all do you. I'll clean up. Okay, here we go. This time, no recovery. I think we should watch the explosion from outside, though. What do you guys think? That's what we're going to do. This is going to be a lot of fun. Ready? It's still muted. Do you hear the sound? It's still muted as though I'm wearing the hazmat suit. That was interesting. The game remembers what you were doing last. Even though you go to the menu, starting the game and all that. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Sam's method worked great. Really, I just wasn't patient enough, I think. Okay, let's start prepping stuff. So we go here. Go here. I know I need to do that. We're not going to do recovery, so I'm not going to even worry about filling stuff. Rods to 0. We'll start that one. Set. Okay, get our hazmat suit on so we can... Hey, my phone's ringing again. Hey, can I call you back in like 5 minutes? I'm in the middle of something. I'll call you right back. Okay, bye. Ugh, family, am I right? Sorry, my dad called. Okay. I'm causing Chernobyl 2.0. Come on, Dad. Give me a minute here. Okay. Let's see. I should have sped that up. Oh, yeah, crank this up. Let's make that go fast. Although, we can just walk away from it, right? Like, we don't actually need to be inside to watch all this. Although I kind of want to. Ayo, are you going to do anything? Turn you on? Oh, he's going to come. He's going to come attack me. Wait for it. You're going to approach me this time? Nope. Okay, so going back to rods at 0 pressure on thermostat animation parameters. Okay, fastest speed, insert fuel. Nope, that's not what I want. Now let's go T. Make sure that's off. Excelente. Oh, now he's following me around. Okay, 0, 0, and pressurizer's good. Oh, I do have to stay here for the pressurizer. Okay. Don't turn it off. Keep pressurizers on. Okay. So no matter what, even when the temperature starts dropping, just keep it on. Okay. So let's make. Oh, this time I'm gonna remember. Nominal mode.
New operating mode established. Nominal mode.
Hey, you ready for the magic? Here we go, buddy. Ka-cha. Oh yeah. Ooh. That was cool. Oh, until countdown. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty color blue. Okay. Water's not very bubbly right now. Interesting. Okay, but how are we doing, pressurizer? You hanging in there? Kinda? Yeah, it's holding up there. Oh, yeah, it's my favorite part. I want to see it, Geiger counter. Oh, see, it goes from like 0 to just max. It doesn't even, by the way, if you're standing under the door when it closes, you die. If it drops with the thermostat, turn off thermostat and keep it on max. Okay. Copy all. Oh, it's too low. It's too low. Turn on. Off. On. Okay, keep it going. Okay, we're triple speed. No, nothing. Did I have to do something else? Am I missing anything? There was that. It's not really holding up. Oh yeah, pressurizer is at 0. new one? Oh man, temperature's dropping. Did I mess it up? The pressurizer has... Oh yeah! There we go. There we go. Oh, that's a big bubble. That's a big bubble. Oh, my time slot? No, I'm on triple right now. Yeah, oh, 5 minutes. I don't have 5 minutes. Hey, at least the elevator still works. Bye, AO. Is there radiation out here? Oh yeah, better keep the hazmat suit on, because I can't take it off outside, right? Okay. So can we see anything from here? No, not yet. And going triple speed isn't going to do it. Oh, I can't go triple speed out here. Although it doesn't change the clock. We're just going to have to sit here for 5 minutes? Oh, man. My last timer was like 2 minutes. Where's AO's house? Did I miss it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't see anything yet. Is there any radiation out here? Oh, see, we're safe. Too bad I can't take off my hazmat suit. Nice. I like all the alarms. Okay. 3 minutes. Oh man, it's gonna take forever. Well, what do you do for 3 minutes? I wonder if you can hear the AO song. It'll boom at 0. Is it gonna kill me at 0? Ah, wait, don't tell me. I want to find out for myself. Oh, she just repeats the warning. Okay, so she doesn't actually... It's not actually getting any worse. It's just, yeah. That takes some effort to do. Really, I think... So what's happening is it gets to a high temperature that is too high for the reactor, and it starts to cause an integrity loss. And as that integrity continues to drop... then the core cracks. And so, yeah, like you said, all you gotta do is turn on the cooling and get the temperature under control, and then it'll save it for you. But, man, talk about worthless AO. Where are you at, buddy? He just was not helpful. Wait.
Attention. The integrity of the core has dropped to critical level. Imminent meltdown.
Oh, I was wondering where all my alarms went. I guess they're on a timed loop. How many different... We're missing that other alarm. The do. We're missing that one. That one's cut off. Okay, 1 minute. Where's my... Does the green ball not keep growing? Shouldn't I see it like above the building? It goes off just the water temp, basically. It's just go off the hot rod. Yeah, Oh, AO's talking to me. So he's saying there's not enough time to reverse it? I guess is what AO's saying. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, well, okay, 50 seconds, here we go. It's practically inevitable. So you're telling me there's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. I was really hoping for the green ball. Can I jump on top of his house? Or is my suit gonna weigh me down? I don't want to miss the show though. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't jump. Darn it. I'm too heavy. Don't miss the show. Come back. Come back. There we go. Yeah, evac, right, by the train. But I don't want to. I want to watch it go boom. Or is there no animation of it going boom? Ooh, there's a new, I hear a new alarm now. I hear a third one. 4, 3, better than the SpaceX launch. 1. Wait, that was it? Oh, well that's kind of lame. Oh. Ah! Whoa. Well, that was cool. But my Geiger counter said nothing. It said 0. All right. Well, that was good fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was boring for a while. It was exciting for a while. We caused nuclear meltdown intentionally. That was a good time. I think I'm going to call it a night. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. If you're not on the Discord, jump into the Discord, ask questions, say hi. It's not my Discord. I think the link's actually in the description of this stream. And great place to ask questions, connect with everybody, say hi to the community helpers, even the developers in there, and he'll chat every once in a while. So anyway, have a great night, great weekend, and I think I have another video coming out tomorrow morning, next episode in the miniseries, but I will catch you all later. Oh, wait, no, I gotta do this official. I gotta be all fancy. Hang on, ending soon. Yeah, gotta change it so it says ending soon. There we go. I gotta work on my professionalism. So next time I will stay inside. Yeah, I want to see what it looks like. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do that. Oh, now I know what I'm doing for my last episode of the miniseries for this season. Bam, season finale, much explosions. Okay, thanks guys. I really appreciate you stopping by. It's so much fun, more fun playing with you guys, chatting with me, and watching along and all that. So anyway, you guys have a good one. We will see you again soon, and have a good night.